Let's talk about the colors and patterns within hybrid flooring. Well, with any particular product that's trying to be timber, remember, it's not timber. It's an alternative to timber. So we need to have all the plus sides of what timber will bring to the table without the downsides. That's the purpose of it, is solid timbers, exorbitant in costs, the installation process, the durability factors are quite low. So when we go for a hybrid board, and I'm going to talk about Luxfeel Next Generation Hybrid, we're trying to tick off all these boxes to then deliver a product into the market that's going to give us the best of both worlds. When we talk about patterns, in my opinion, is nearly up there of one of the most critical elements to get right. And you don't know if it's right or wrong until you see it out into a large space and see it in the room. So there's a thing called a pattern repeat. This is something to ask if you're talking to a retailer, a salesperson, whoever. So what is the pattern repeat on your board? Most of them are going to be 1 in 8, 1 in 6, and they're quite distinctive looking boards. And if you've got one board, you're like, fantastic, looks amazing. But if you pull that out into an area that's 10 meters long by a couple meters wide, you'll see that board repeating itself again and again and again. Looks ridiculous, looks repetitive, and looks silly. So the goal with Luxfeel was to eliminate that. The idea behind it is to not be super individualized with each particular board grain or pattern, is to have consistency. So the idea behind it is same, but different. So when it goes out into an area, you're going to have a nice, beautiful timber aesthetic rather than super individualized boards. So we've stretched it out to the maximum, and it's called, it's 1 in 22, but it's essentially 2 patterns of 11. So through the design phase and the R&D, we're essentially buying photographic print films of timber. We roll them out, we look at them, and you go, you know, that pattern and that pattern for our particular board here, we're going to call it spotted gum, that matches really nicely. It's complementary. It's random enough to look like timber, but consistent enough to give you consistency in its pattern repeat. So that's some of the key criteria to sort of reach is 1 in 22 is the highest pattern repeat that we can work with. Have same but different methodology in its consistency to give you a beautiful timber surface. When you tick off those things there, you have something that you just look at it and you go, wow, that looks good. Remember, it's not timber. It's supposed to just emulate timber the best way that we possibly can. All the pluses without the minus. And this way here, you give the best possible result for a good looking floor. We'll talk to you again soon.